Hi guys, I'm Michelle and this is Mila, and she wants nothing to do with the Zoom call I'm about to be on. But Courtney, one of our subscribers, reached out and she's going to Tulum, Mexico with her Frenchie Baxter. And she was wondering what were all the rules and regulations. Mila's just moving away from me. What were all the rules and regulations on going to Mexico with a Frenchie, flying, and all that? So we are going to hop on a Zoom call. You can join us on our Zoom and you can see all the behind the scenes on what you need to do if you're going to travel to Mexico with your Frenchie or your dog, right, Mila? What do you think? All right, so I'll see you guys on Zoom. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Michelle and Mila is snoozing over here on her heating pad. I don't know if you can even see her because I got the blur feature on, but I am here with one of our, I guess, subscribers. Are you subscribed to the YouTube channel,
I
Courtney?
will now.
Okay, our subscriber, Courtney, and she is taking her dog to Mexico, and it's a Frenchie, and you're going for more than 10 days, right? And you're kind of like, maybe you can
Correct.
share with others because they probably feel the same. Like, what's the biggest challenge that you found trying to figure out how to get to Mexico?
I think just all encompassing a little overwhelming as far as like
Yeah,
what paperwork do we need, how to like where do we start? And I want to make sure we have all the proper information
yeah.
and to move forward.
Okay, cool. So, I've done this a lot of times. I've taken Mila on a cruise. I feel like I'm kind of a professional at paperwork. And it is super overwhelming. So, Courtney emailed me and said, "Hey, I'd love your help coordinating this or figuring it out." I said, "Yeah, we can, but I'm going to record it so we can put this up on YouTube." And she was cool with that. So I'm going to go through the steps that I use to take Mila to Mexico. Now, if you go to a different country, obviously the rules are going to be different. You're going to need a rabies titer test. You're going to need different things depending on the country. So I always recommend number one, you go to the Department of Agriculture based on the country that you're going to. So we can even look at that today as well, because there are just different rules. So when I went to Mexico in March, there was this new rule right when I got to the airport that we needed a screwworm certificate to get back in the US. I had no idea until I was there about to get on the plane and I was like freaking out. So, if we can prepare in advance, that would be great. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over a few things. Number one, you need actually here, I put a list. So if you're going to go to Mexico, you definitely want to get a list of approved vets in the city you're going to, and maybe even reach out to them and ask them if they know anything. Or it sounds like, Courtney, you want to go for at least 3 weeks or a month. If you're going to go for a month, you're definitely going to need the vet because you might need to get an updated health certificate to return back to the US. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to find a vet for you because you want to go to Tulum. The other most important document is the CDC import form, which started just this year. So depending on when you're watching this video, this year is meaning 2025. The CDC import form you want to get, like, you're going to be traveling in February, right? So I
That's
recommend,
fine. Yep.
yeah, so we can do like a mock CDC form, but basically this thing only lasts a few months. So you don't want to get it too soon, but you need to get it soon enough to get approved and make sure you have it. Also, when I travel, I have everything electronic in a folder and saved in photos on my phone. And then I also have a printed folder with everything in it as well. Okay. And then this is also a good site to have. It's bringing a pet dog into the US, so from a different country. And then the other most important thing to have is a health certificate that I got from our vet here in the US. So this is what the health certificate was that I got when we went to Mexico. And she probably doesn't want to show that either. So we'll just blur that out real quick. Her accreditation number. But any vet who's signing off on a health certificate, is a USDA vet. Not all vets can sign a health certificate. So you're going to notice that when you call your vet, you need to make sure that they can sign off and create health certificates. So the important thing is, and I learned this going on a cruise, this document, APHS Form 701, it's a intrastate and international health certificate. So it's confusing because if you go and get a real international health certificate, it doesn't look like this. It's way more complex. But this one, Mexico allows. So if you go APHS Form 701 on Google, which we can get, I know that this one works. But
Okay.
and now though they charge for what did I say it was? Um Here we go. APHS Form 7001. When I took Mila on a cruise ship to the Caribbean, we also used this health certificate. So this is the blank form. And what I'll do is I'm going to put this on the Word doc too, Courtney, and I'll give you this, and then it will
Cool.
be
Thank you.
down in the description of this video. So you guys can save all these important links. Okay. So it's a PDF and where'd it go? Oh, here we go. I wonder if I can copy this. Yep. Okay, cool. Now, all right, I'm just going to put that here. Perfect. Okay. So our list of important links is going to increase. So this is the health certificate, but what's important on is the stuff that goes on the health certificate. So if I can find it in my handy dandy thing. So you can see Mila, canine, French bulldog. It says 1 year and 1 month. Okay, that was from 2024. So, but it has the vaccines. So you can see that this section is the rabies vaccine, but then also Mila had a bunch of other vaccines. So I travel with all the things. I don't want to get stuck in another country and be wondering if I'm going to be able to get back. Does Mexico require the FABIN, which is the rabies titer? No, but one of the countries we went to required it. So I always just make sure the doctor adds it to the health certificate. Um, so you're not going to probably need all of these, but we can check with the Mexico um, Department of Agriculture in order to see what would be required. But for sure, it's going to be your rabies vaccine, and then I think the leptospirosis, I think, is the other one, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to find out and look online real quick. Now, just to go through so this is the health certificate that we used. It's no problem. And to be honest, I don't even think you really need a health certificate to get in Mexico, but I will not travel without Mila and having a health certificate because the airlines are going to ask, or you're just,
Yeah.
I go travel with peace of mind. I rather have more stuff, more paperwork than necessary. But what was interesting is this is the CDC import form. So if you click on this link, it will take you to a blank page that you're going to fill in. Now, this is important to get back into the United States. Okay, so you have to have this, but you have to leave with it approved before you even depart.
Okay.
And if you go down here, I mean, it's really easy to fill out, but where does it show how long it lasts? So you're going to say it's a personal pet. Okay. That's the purpose. You're not doing any of these. Um, you'll need the passport number. You're going to be the owner. You'll put the passport number, email. If there's an additional dog owner, you can do that. And then you're going to put your address in the US and the name and blah, and then your personal pet. And then the travel stuff will come up, and that's it. Okay. But you definitely don't want to fill this out too early. So where does it say 6 months? Okay.
Okay.
Oh no,
So
that was whether your dog's been in a country. Okay. Shipper tells you how to fill it out right here. So you're going to choose air, and then you'd have to put your flight info. Okay, here we go. So country of departure. Has the dog been in a high-risk country in the last 6 months? You're going to put no, because if you've been at home in the US and then you're just going to Mexico, those are not high risk. You can actually go here and click to see what are the high-risk countries.
Okay.
They're all right here. And I'm pretty sure Mexico is not on this list. And it should not be, and it's not.
Okay.
It would have been right here. So you're fine. Most of this is like really far away, yeah. There's a lot of countries though that
Yeah.
they have high rabies. You know, I went to Egypt
Yeah.
this year and it's like, woof. Okay. So select the date though. The dog will arrive back to the US. So you need to know your return date before you get this. So you want to get your flight first and then fill this out.
Okay.
Or if you don't know the exact travel date, enter the earliest approximate date. In other words, the date you list on the form does not have to be exact, but it's good to be within 6 months of the day you submitted the form. So I knew this thing only lasted 6 months.
Okay.
So if you're going, you know, in February, I would fill this out maybe in like December once you have your flight booked. And then you know that you're good until like May or, you know,
Okay.
April or May. Okay. So that's the CDC import form. This is frequently asked questions about a dog. Oh, here we go. Screwworm certificate. So this is what I had to do when we got back home from Mexico. So the dog has to be inspected for screwworm within 5 days of coming back to the US. So you do need to book a vet appointment within 5 days of your flight coming home. Okay.
Okay. But you don't
And
have to have the screwworm to get back in.
you have to have this certificate in hand. It has to have a wet ink signature of the vet in Mexico to get back into the US.
Right. Okay.
Right. So let's say your flight home is February 28th of 2026. You need to get the vet appointment in Mexico to get a screwworm certificate on within 5 days of the 28th. So between
Okay.
February 23rd and the 28th. I
Gotcha.
did it like, you know, I was only in Mexico like 5 days. So I did it right when we got there. But maybe like 2 or 3 days before you leave, have your vet appointment. Now, this is the website that you have to go to in order to find your vet inside Mexico.
Okay.
Now, I need this in English, so let's see if it works. Nope. All right. I am learning Spanish, so let's see if I can
Yeah, I'm
figure this
learning,
out.
but I'm still not
Yeah,
great.
I'm right there with you. Okay, let's see if my link takes us right there. It does. Okay, here's the list. So we're gonna download it. Okay, cool. And you are going to Tulum. So I don't know if Tulum has like a city. Just gonna see if it's down below. All right. I think Tulum is Yucatan.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So what I would do, you see these emails?
Mhm.
I would email all these vets before you even go and get an appointment booked and say, hey, I'm going to need a screwworm certificate, because I didn't find out about this until I was already at the airport about to board the plane. That's how I found out. And then I made a bunch of videos, put them up on YouTube for you guys so you could know and be prepared. When
Thank
you
you.
travel in February of 2026, you might not even need this, but I rather be prepared.
Right.
So maybe you want to see and Google all these vets in
Right.
comparison to where you're staying, because Yucatan is clearly a very large area.
Mhm.
I think that also encompasses like Cancun. So, you know, I don't know what's going to be inside Tulum, but you can just Google these vets and their addresses will pop up on Google,
Cool.
and then you can put in your hotel and see where they're at,
Cool.
or Airbnb or wherever you're staying. Um, Ciudad de Mexico, it's Mexico City. Yeah. See, Cancun's not on here. I think it's part of the Yucatan. So
Mm-hmm.
when I was in Los Cabos, these were my options when I went to
Okay.
Cabo. So I think I saw Mariana Martinez is where I went. But a lot of these people have Hotmail accounts, so your email might go to spam. So I would email all 20 of these places and just like put them in a BCC line, you know, and
Right.
just send one mass email and just blind copy all their emails and say Screwworm certificate appointment. I'd like to make an appointment. Let's say your return flight is February 28th. I'd like to make an appointment with you for a Screwworm certificate on February 25th, 2026. And just get that appointment booked before you even leave.
Okay.
That's what I would do if I had this heads up. Okay. So
Great.
I'll put this list in the links as well for all of you so you have it. Okay. All right. Now, if I always go to the Department of Agriculture for whatever country I'm going to. So I'm going to go here. That's the trade. We want for live animals in Mexico. Department of Agriculture in Mexico. Here's the screwworm. This is the export certificate. Let's see what it says. I'm just kind of curious now. Importing live. Yeah, this is the screwworm thing. Yeah. All right. Well, this is the USDA site for us. Mexico. Yeah. So we already went over that. Oh, here we go. Here's the Mexico site. Okay. So I'm going to put this here too, because I think it's always good to just always have the department phone number in case you have an issue. Okay.
Cool.
But let's see if it has anything that I didn't already know. So it has to have the name, rabies vaccine. Okay, so you do need the internal and external parasites within 6 months of travel. Okay. So your vet in the US will need to put that on the health certificate. Okay. And that's it. So
Cool.
yeah. Okay. So that's all you need to go to Mexico. Now, to come back to the US, typically a health certificate, I don't know if it says it on there, but from what I've learned, they're only good for 10 days.
The health certificate.
It says the certificate is valid for 30 days, but to get back into the US, if I'm going to be gone in another country for a month, I'm also going to get another health certificate in that country. So when I get to the airport, I have no issues.
Okay.
So when you go to get your screwworm certificate, you might just want to get another health certificate with all the same info that your vet did in the US, just have them put one on their paperwork. And that's what I would do if it were me traveling with Mila, because I just don't want any issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
That's super
So
helpful.
now what questions do you have?
I mean, I think you definitely covered a lot of the forms, and that was really helpful and definitely simplified things a lot.
Yes.
Especially with this link page. Um, I do have a few questions about like airline stuff.
Okay.
Um,
What
what
airline are you
airline
flying?
I mean, we're open to it. I was kind of doing a little bit of research. It sounds like American is pretty easygoing with the animals. But I did read like on American specifically, they were like, "Oh, we have, restrictions like um it did mention like the brachiocephalic like,
Yes.
did you have an issue with or what airline did you fly with and were
I've
Frenchies
flown Southwest, but I typically fly Alaska, which is
okay,
also part with American on their partner airline. They always ask me when I check in, is your dog okay to fly? I'm like, we've flown before. I think the biggest thing is maybe making sure have you flown with your dog before, Courtney?
no.
Okay. So the reason they bring that up is because the anxiety, if they start to breathe really heavily,
Right.
they're gonna freak out and go into that mode. So what I would do is have some homeopathic stuff on you and maybe see a holistic vet before you go to practice. So I just got actually for Mila because we've had bouts of anxiety for the last month, which she's never had in over 3 years, with her crate and having a temper tantrum, stuff like that. But we got this, our dog sitter got us CBD oil.
Okay, yeah.
So we've been doing that at night, and Mila slept perfectly for the last week now. No, like just back to how we used to be for the last 3 years.
Okay.
But what you want to do is keep them calm, cool, and collective. So I bring a fan. I have a travel fan for her. You have to practice in the bag. So whatever bag you're gonna have the dog in, you want to start practicing like right now, every day. It's kind of like
Right.
crate training,
Yeah.
because they got to sit in the bag, and how strict the airline is, they're going to make you zip the bag all the way shut.
Okay.
So I think that's the biggest thing is starting the training like now, like 5 minutes. Like I had the bag here, she would lay while I would make her food. Um, like I just practiced all the time.
Yeah,
But
that's
I also been using melatonin at night for her. So maybe you want to test some melatonin, some CBD before,
yeah.
like in high stress areas. Maybe even want to take the dog to the airport. What's the dog's name?
His name's Baxter. I
Baxter.
mean,
Maybe even want to take Baxter to the airport a couple times just to
yeah,
be in that environment like once a week and just walk the terminal, not inside the terminal, but the gates
right.
just to see thousands of people.
I mean, I'm obviously they can freak out at any moment, but he is like pretty dang chill. I mean, I definitely agree with trying him out in the bag and
I would bring stuff like this with you.
yeah, we were
There's
gonna chat with the vet about some options just to kind of make sure he's ultra chill.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna give you like medicine, like trazodone or something like
Y-
that.
But we've had him on CBD before and
Okay, yeah, I would do like CBD. I'd bring melatonin, or there's this other one by Animal Essentials. It's called Tranquility. It's kind of the same as maybe one of these, but I feel
okay,
like this one didn't affect me in any way. So I have it, but it like didn't do much. I didn't see any
okay,
changes. But this is what's in it. The root and something and something.
okay,
I also got her Bach flour, a custom mix. I just made a video on this. It's BACH and then flour. Canine masseuse or holistic vet will probably have that
okay.
where they can make a custom potion for your dog, but you'd want to start it like a month in advance or 2 months in advance
Okay.
for Baxter. So yeah, that stuff's pretty good.
Okay. And I'm assuming as long as they are able to fit in the bag, and the airlines are like whatever? I mean, is there
Yeah.
I
Um,
I mean, because Americans said there was an age potential limit and a weight, but I wasn't able to actually ever locate, a, you know, distinguished, like, form of, like, they can't be over this age or they can't be
mhm.
whatever. Um, and I haven't done a full-on deep dive yet.
Okay, well, we'll just do it right now.
Think, let's see.
Pets. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, you're fine. Here's that import form. They will ask for it at the gate in not the gate, the before you go through customs, just at the regular check-in
Oh,
counter.
okay.
They're gonna ask for the hard copy paperwork, so you do need to bring it in Mexico in paper.
Okay.
Um, so here's the screw room. All right, carry on pets. So here's your uh
Yeah, I saw the
dimensions,
of the bag, yeah.
okay? And then
I don't know where I saw the
you're just gonna have to add it to your trip,
yeah.
okay?
Somewhere I found another page here that was had said that there were some restrictions, but I could never get a proper
Mm,
sheet of or maybe it
yeah,
was no, that one's for checked buns.
kennels.
Yeah, I think these are all for cargo.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I can dig into that if once
Yeah,
we
I don't know. How many pounds is
but I
Baxter?
can check Southwest as well and because he's
Mm,
10. So I mean I don't
10
know what
years
they're
old?
yeah.
They're not gonna ask, I don't think, the
Okay.
age, but let me just ask ChatGPT on my phone real quick. Is there an age restriction for a pet flying on American Airlines? How much does he weigh?
He's like a little over 20.
Mila's 20 pounds. He'll be fine. Yeah. It's the minimum age is 8 weeks old. That I knew.
Oh, maybe that's what they were referring to.
Yeah, I knew that. I mean, I don't think there's a maximum
Okay.
age. I've never heard of that before. That would be a first.
Okay. That's probably what they were referring to. I didn't think of like a
For
puppy.
you, you just want to make sure he's calm, cool, and collective, and his heart
Yep.
rate doesn't go up. He gets no anxiety. I bring a lamb ear, so she chews on that when we're taking off and landing because their
Mhm.
ears, you know.
Yep.
Um, I bring a water. I
Yep.
ask them for ice. I bring a fan,
Yeah, the fan's a
and
good
then
idea.
I have a video on a bag, the bag that we travel in, but they don't make it anymore. So I gave like an alternative that I really like.
Okay, I'll check
Um,
that out.
so I would check that out because Baxter and Mila are the same weight. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good tip on getting him in the bag sooner than later.
Oh, I would start like right now.
Yeah.
And then you're going to slowly start to zip it
Cool.
because some flight attendants are going to be really strict, some are not, you know?
Right.
You need to prepare for the worst.
Exactly. Yeah.
So imagine he's in a zipped up bag for 5 hours, you know, which I doubt any flight attendant would do that, but
You
you never know.
never know. Yeah. You never know. So Yeah, this was super, super helpful. I
Okay, what
really
other
appreciate
questions? Any other questions?
I mean, I'm sure potentially once I start kind of, marking off the list, I may have something else, but right now that it's way more simplistic than I had it
Yeah,
in my mind.
you only have a few steps you need to do. So if I had to put these things in order for you, I would number 1, get a bag
Right.
ASAP to start practicing. And then I would email all the vets close to where you're staying.
Yep.
And then I would 3, I would get a flight. Because I wouldn't fill out the CDC form till I
Right,
have a
and
flight,
yeah, I agree with that.
right? And then I would that's just and then I would after you get your flight, because the vet's gonna need your flight info, then I would book a vet appointment, right, with your
Yep,
current vet
yep.
and use that form or whatever form they have, but just make sure um so you need to make sure that these items are on the health certificate, the parasites and all those things.
Yeah.
And that's this link. Oops. Oh, and then I would fill out the CDC form. Uh, oh, this is did we already have that one? Oh yeah, that's up there. Okay. Okay. So I had that twice. Oops. Okay. So you don't need that CDC form. And then now, okay, here's another thing that you need to know. When you and then I would book because you're staying like a month, make sure to book the vet appointment or a screwworm
Oh,
certificate
that's
and a new health certificate from Mexico. Just
okay.
because your current one might expire, right? Like you
Right.
just don't want to play, you want to play it safe.
Yep.
And that has to be done within 5 days of returning to the US.
Great.
So get a travel bag. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, there's the video that I've done on the bag, and in the comments, there's a
Mhm.
link to a new bag that is almost equivalent to the bag that
Okay.
I use.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
And it's perfect for a 20-pound dog because Mila's 19 and a half, or sometimes on a good day, 20.5 pounds. That's if she ate really good that day. And that's it.
That is awesome. That is super helpful.
Yeah, you should be totally fine. And I think American Airlines, you're like not going to have a problem. I think
Okay.
you just need to practice the training. The
Yep.
training is going to be crucial if Baxter's 10 has never flown. Mila's flown since she was, a 3 months old.
Yeah.
So she's used to chaos. And we volunteer at the airport, and she's a therapy dog. So she's around that environment all the time. He's
Right.
not. So you
Yep.
need to do CBD, melatonin, maybe, and just, I would even go to the airport once a week and just kind of walk the
Yeah.
gates, or not the gates, but the check in counters, and see how he does with all those people.
Right. He does love
Yeah.
people, so I
Yeah.
think
They all
well,
do, right?
yeah, they're crazy. Um, awesome, and you'll share this,
Yeah.
PDF form?
Yeah, I'm gonna email this to you, but everyone else, you guys will see all of these links, and I'll put the link to the bag here, and it will be in the description underneath the video when it goes live.
Amazing. That's like,
Awesome. Well, thanks for reaching out, and please
yeah, thanks for all your
share this
helpful
share this with other
information and
dog
videos
moms
and
and dog dads out there.
absolutely.
And give our channel a thumbs up and
I
just
will do that
share
for
it with
sure.
other people, you know?
100%.
Yeah, we have a bunch of new videos coming out with all of our tinctures and other things because I never thought I had a dog with anxiety, but I got one. Something
Oh,
triggered something, but it's all back to normal now.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and
Yeah, thanks,
I'll
Courtney.
reach
Keep
out
me
if I
posted.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if you have more questions, we can always do a follow-up on this video, okay?
Okay. Thank
All
you so
right.
much. Have a good night.
Awesome. Bye. All right, back with Mila. She is uninterested in our Zoom session, completely uninterested. She took a siesta the whole time. Right, Mila? Do you want to go on an airplane? Do you want to go to Mexico? Should we go with Courtney and Baxter to Mexico? Oh, she's semi-interested. But hopefully you guys found that helpful. And if Courtney has any questions, or if you guys have any questions, please let me know. You can put them in the comments or send an email or whatever floats your boat. And I'd love to answer more questions and help you because it is super confusing. And Mila is back to sleep. That is exactly what she did for the whole Zoom call. But hopefully you all found that really helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.